My name is Takeshi Arita. I'm a draftman for LeWitt.
My name is Eileen Jeng. I'm a graduate student at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and I'm also a research assistant in the department. I'm currently assisting Tak on the LeWitt wall drawing.
As a basic concept of the source artwork is basically anyone should be able to do it. The only thing is that I've been done this drawing for quite maybe the most within all the draftman. So it's much easier me to do the executing all these scribble drawing than other people.
What is the name of this particular work?
Scribble. And I usually, there's a scribble in the 70s too, so I usually call the scribble gradation. But basically, like a 70s piece of the scribble, he did by the pencil and also he did by the crayon. And by the time it is basically random but equally spaced, meant to be equal tonality. So I just wanted to make it a little clear difference from there, so I usually call the scribble gradation, but I don't know if it's anyone else is calling that. This drawing was started like about 4 years ago, I think. And very beginning, that even the thought wasn't quite sure how he wanted to accomplish the final appearance of the wall drawing. And so back and forth, but mainly that he only things pressed about it was dark, line, and steel. So basically, he was more so giving an instruction as more like a physical way rather than an abstract way. And we didn't know, how to interpret those words to the actual drawing. Then it's just, I guess, from the beginning, it was just a try and error. And I guess after 5 or 6 has been done, he starts forming an idea of what it's supposed to look like. So it's not specifically, this gradation piece is considered as kind of unique to his piece. It's because it's more feeling involved, intuition involved. So it's just we have to use a lot of senses, we have to use a lot of intuitions. So it's quite different than what he have done like the 60s or 70s, even 80s pieces. Because like an earlier piece is like as you mentioned, the instruction was written down and you interpreted whatever he wanted to do and you execute it. But this gradation piece it's just, you have to get soak into that whatever his idea, then you have to use your feeling and intuition. So for that sense, was very unique. And we will start working. I was working with Eileen, and it's very hard to explain what So only things I can say is the dark is like a pitch black. It's like a black hole. Then, or the lightest tone would be just relative. You just have to pick up from the darkest, then bring up the light as smooth as you can, and go back to the dark side. So that's the only things I can say. So how you're going to interpret it will depend on the person.
Well, in the beginning, Tak had instructed me how to start drawing, how to create these scribbles or these controlled scribbles, and to make it look more random, like there shouldn't be too many of the same strokes in one area. And so I just followed that, and we day by day have put on many layers of graphite, and so from the edges they've become really dark because we've scribbled on one layer on top of another, and so you can't even tell that's how we started out initially. While we're doing the scribble drawing, there isn't such a worry as to if I drew the line wrong. It's like Tak said, the overall effect. So when you stand back and look at the image, you can tell if the gradation has come into view or not.
Basically, that computer-generated image was already done. It's like a dark to the light, and that was like some of the that was pretty much just a tonality. Some of the instruction was sort of superimposed with graphite pencil drawing, which is already done. So it's come to the point. It's really look like the whatever it's been executed on the wall, but it's. I don't know if you can say that as instruction. It's more. I really think this is the individual. The intuition has to be involved. So I don't want people to misunderstand that we're copying the instruction. We're like a sort of a going daily basis of life, and we come in and slap all the pencil line, and we deal with it. That's more so that our daily life and our involvement for the wall drawing than imitating what it's been done already.